Hey guys, we're down here at Slaughterhouse Studios. Al has invited me down once again to show us all of their new props for 2016, which they're going to be unveiling at this year's Transworld. Al, thanks for having me.
I appreciate you coming down.
You ready to show me what you got?
Yeah, let's get to it.
All right, I'm not going to talk as much as I did last time. I'm just going to let Al take care of it and get in some nasty stuff.
Yeah, nice nasty.
And then we'll see some props.
Alright guys, what we got here is our 2016 lineup for Transworld. It's our Torture Chamber series, and basically we got these female bodies, and we have these mechanical saws, whether it be like a chainsaw type saw or a circular saw or even a drill bit. I don't know if you can see it behind me, but I'm sure Becker gets some footage. They're all motorized, they're spinning, and each one of the bodies is, you know, set where they can be laying down horizontal on a table, or they can actually be vertical, standing up against a wall or a post. They're on a post now, but you can put them against a flat back wall. And the thought process is just you can have a whole torture chamber room, 3 or 4 different torture devices, motorized, spinning, moving, and bodies in there being gored up and scary and nasty and slaughterhouse style. All right, we're back. Next thing we're going to cover is going to be arm attachments. Last year we had a couple variants of this style arm attachment. We had a drill, we had a kind of like a chainsaw, and we had a round saw. This one's pretty much exactly the same. There's been a couple revisions on like battery location and stuff like that. But the biggest difference with these style this year is I probably just cut it off or something. I hit a button when I picked it up. But anyway, the round version is actually, that spins, is standalone this year with a battery and an amplifier. It's not, but last year, for the guys that saw it last year, you had a backpack that had a battery and everything, and that was basically to house everything. But we've changed up and made some revisions on audio system and battery, and this one will spin by itself without having that backpack apparatus and the cord and all that. And we'll see if I didn't cut it off. I don't know. I hit some buttons by accident. But after that, it segues us into our new style, which still arm attachment. This is all new for this year. It's a lot bigger housing. It's more apocalyptic, robotic, cyborgish, whatever. And we have 3 variants of this. This one's a drill again. We have a different one here that is a housing. I'm not going to flip the switch because I don't know if it's powered up, but it's actually a flash cracker in it. And everybody's had flash crackers knows, you know, they're only good for so long and they wear out. It is replaceable. It's a power inverter mounted on the side with standalone battery, so you don't have to have a cord. You don't have to be hooked into the wall. It's what you see. And it's just a trigger inside, just like the drill, that when you pull it, it'll make the flash cracker go off. So there you go. But the next one in the lineup, and this is pretty, Nate got pretty ingenuitive on this. This is a, it looks better than me on the left arm. This is our chainsaw variant for this year in the new body. And it's got a rubber blade that will actually spin. This still isn't, you know, we don't always, with all our props, we don't condone any kind of human contact. You know, don't stick it to nobody's clothing, hair, head, neck. But it's cool because it looks very similar to a real blade, like on a real chainsaw. And it's rubber, so it's safe if it accidentally was to brush someone, but it spins. So and it's actually progressive, just like off the trigger. You know, if you want to spin faster, you just squeeze the trigger harder. If you want it to go slower, or you just kind of barrel squeeze the trigger. We've incorporated this technology into a lot of stuff this year. You guys will see later on the video, it's going to be in our sound saws, it's in the saw on the body. Pretty much we can put this on anything. If you got some, you know, custom ideas, whatever, a way to do this or need for this, chances are we can do it. So hit us up on the website about that. But yeah, this is our new Geddon series arm attachment. We're back again. So we're gonna talk about brick on a stick. You can't talk about Slaughterhouse Studios without talking about our brick on a stick. For those of you that have never seen it, this is our original design. It's a 2-hole polyfoam brick or block on a oak handle. This was a real good thing, a real big thing for us. It put us on the map. One thing that makes it special is this foam it's our special formula. It's somewhat flexible, but still rigid enough that it holds its shape. You know what I mean? It's not brittle like styrofoam, and it has some give, but it holds its shape. It doesn't look floppy like when you move it or twist it around. It looks rigid and solid. We evolved this year from our 2-hole brick to the new version is 3 holes. This is an older style block. Same way with the first one, it was made off of our original real block. This is an older block. It's actually one we had out back here, and so its actual dimensions are the same size and everything, but this one just looks bigger for some reason. It's been received pretty well. We also still have our brick fist arm attachment for punching zombies. That's back again. We hadn't made a 3-hole in the arm attachment, but I'm sure we could. So if somebody wants that, just send us a message or whatever, and we'll make that happen. And with that being said, I'm gonna ask for Becker. I'm putting you on the spot for one. Come here for a second.
I'm just a cameraman.
Yeah, you're just a well, you know how it is when the cameraman gets involved. It's always better. No, man. I want to call you out. Get on camera. Lined up, straight, good. I want to call you out because people that watch these videos know we've actually been halfway across the country together, and you've helped us and documented some of those things. So me and Nate put something together to give to you, very own individual brick on the stick.
Way.
And if you look, it says the Becker Wrecker carved in the handle. So that one's for you, buddy.
You gotta be kidding me.
We appreciate it.
I'm
Appreciate all you
speechless.
do.
Guys, man, that is awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Al.
No, we
And
appreciate
Nate.
it. Thank you. Thanks.
Speechless. For once. That. Very own Becker record.
Yeah.
The Becker Wrecker.
Next thing we're gonna cover is gonna be melee weapons. I'm not gonna drag every weapon we've ever made out here. I'm just gonna hit the new ones pretty much for this year, or the ones we made at the end of last year since Transworld. I'm gonna start with a bush axe, real hickory handle, polyfoam, like all our other, like our brick on the stick and some of our other weapons. Just foam we use as standard, but it's pretty rigid. You know what I mean? But it's durable enough that it's not brittle. It's not gonna fall off. Snap off the stick just by waving it around. There again, all our props not designed for any kind of contact. If you're hitting trees or smacking the ground or whatever, it's gonna break. It's foam. It's not titanium. So, and we try to make sure everybody understands that. But along the same lines of foam and kind of the same field, we have this. We've been asked for a couple years to make a scythe or a sickle, and I think we did a pretty good job. It's a hickory handle there again, nice little side handle here, polyfoam head. It's pointed, but it's not sharp. The next one in the lineup for this year is our axe. We knew I like calling it an executioner axe. I don't know how all this stuff's gonna be listed on the website, because this is kind of new and preliminary right here. But when we put this together, I was thinking about an axe like you see an executioner have, and I know there's some like Orc and World of Warcraft type movies and video games coming out. This would fall into that too, but something better, something a little different than just a standard woodsman or fire type axe. Along the same lines, we have what we call a G3. It's polyurethane again. It's got a oak handle with roping. Pretty stout, rigid, durable prop. Next in the lineup is our sword. We had never done a sword. Nate wanted to do a sword, so he sat down and come up with this. It's pretty lightweight. It's not, you know, it's about 3 foot tall. For a prop to be that big, it's pretty lightweight. It's got an armature that runs pretty much full length, so it's not just foam. You know, it's got an armature inside to hold it true. And the last one of the melee weapons for right now is our spike bat for zombie killing. We've done ball bats in the past. What makes this one different is this completely foam urethane bat. We've done some plastic bats. We've done, you know, different kind of bats, but this one's based off a Louisville slugger. We just basically casted a Louisville slugger and we put these nails through it. I think they're 6-inch nails, like landscaping nails or something, but they're rubber, they're soft. So there again, not condoning hitting anybody with it, but it's safe if you accidentally brush somebody or whatever. I guess you could still put somebody's eye out, but you're not supposed to be hitting anybody in the damn head with it anyway. So, you know, but less than lethal, as safe as you can get it and still have a, you know, a spike bat. Next thing we're gonna cover is gonna be our war club. This is a big, you know, brute force type weapon. It looks like a end of a tree limb that's been carved down into a club. It's pretty close to 4 foot long. It's a pretty big weapon. Foam's a little different. It's a little softer foam. It's still rigid, but not quite as rigid as our bricks or whatever. But yeah, this thing's pretty. It's got good weight. It feels, you know, feels like you could act really good with it because it's not. It's got some weight to it. It's a beefy prop. We got a couple variations. My favorite one is the one with the teeth or the claws on the end. I could see this being like we talked about earlier with orcs or barbarians or, you know, whatever. But this looks kind of like, you know, I don't know if some people refer to them as teeth, some people refer to them as claws. I guess it could be either way. They're white, so I guess, you know, it could be either one. But this is my favorite version, and then the actual biggest version we have, this is probably the biggest prop we make as far as a melee weapon, is the club with our 17-inch radial saw blade on the end. And this is massive, man. I mean, I could see like a big guy on stilts carrying one of these or something, a big oversized costume would look really good. Still got a wooden armature that runs through it, and roping distress, but this is a big product. I don't know exactly this war club. I don't know that we break them down the website by different names and different prices. You have to check there, but slaughterprops.com. I don't think I've even said the website, but slaughterprops.com is our website, and you know, you can find all this stuff there and all the different variations and the prices. Next up is our mallets. There again, polyfoam, wooden handle, several variations. We have pretty much a wooden finish or a black finish, like a kind of like a rubber mallet look. Here's that version. Also, they're available with our spike strips. This looks real, I don't know, barbarian, Conan, you know, medieval looking again. Back to we follow what we think is going to be hot as far as current events and movies and stuff like that. And I think this look is going to be a big thing coming up. So the other thing we have up here is it's also available. All of our weapons are available in a clown finish. There's a small upcharge for this just because it's, you know, a little more tedious to have 4 or 5 different colors on it and doing stuff like the smiley face. But you know, we do bullseyes, we can do, you know, sayings, you know, question marks, whatever, you know. So there again, slaughterprops.com. You can drop us a message and we'll build one like you want it, you know. But the spike strips are foam again. They're a little softer foam. Back again, not condoned, you know, smacking, hitting trees, people, ground, or anything. But it's no sharp edges. We kind of go out of our way to try to make things as safe as we can, because we do realize, you know, these are haunted houses. They're using our props, and we don't want to see anybody get hurt. So, all right, next up is our anvil line. This is actually called a handvul, kind of like the brick on the fist. It's used to be a hand weapon. I'd like to point out we also offer this. This is kind of a rigid foam, but we can do this soft. And just like our bricks, we had a guy custom order some bricks for some gimmicks where they were like falling, you know, and he wanted them real soft, like a couch foam. We could do something like this. Like if you wanted to do kind of a Bugs Bunny thing where you throw the anvil, you know, and wanted a soft foam, so you're making sure nobody's getting, you know, hit with something hard or whatever. You know, scare them with that whole pop scare where something heavy's flying at them. That we could do that, and I don't know that we've had anybody do that with this yet, but I know we have with the bricks, and I think, you know, if it worked with that, it'll work with this. The other thing is we actually had this last year at Transworld, but we didn't make it to the video. It's the Overkill, which is another stick weapon, full size, same anvil on a stick. It's got a nice little flange at the bottom here to kind of finish it off where the stick goes up in the anvil. Pretty cool looking weapon. I like it, it works. There again, it's kind of apocalyptic, you know. I can see it working with a deranged redneck in a junkyard. I can see it working with a blacksmith. I can see it working on a farm. I can see it working several different scenarios. So this one's called Overkill. Here we have a Mayhem. This has been one of our best selling tools. It's been in the lineup since pretty much day one. I love it. Yeah, I know I said we're gonna do new tools in this video, but it's just tough not to put this one in there. 17-inch, roughly, saw blade, round saw blade on a axe handle with some roping. It's pretty basic as far as design. I mean, what you see is what you get. It's just a big saw blade on an axe handle, but it just looks nasty and gnarly. And it's been a fan favorite. All right, we're back. Next up is our sound saw. And what we have, we sculpted our own nasty, big, bulky chainsaw. This one's static, which means, you know, it's just the blade's a static blade that has sound. We do have them with motion. We also have the same housing available in a drill. You know, kind of like it's the same bit that we're using on our arm attachments, but it has a little bit different sound to it. It sounds more like a kind of like a jackhammer, but I've never seen a drill when they have a chainsaw. Thought that was pretty cool. We offer them in our clown finish with a UV reactive paint, and you'll see that in the video a little bit later. I'm gonna cover some of our clown props, but this is pretty cool as far as you'd be able to use it inside of a clown house or whatever, black light, and it actually jump out and stand out. The Mac Daddy of this series is this one right here. This is a sound saw, but it also has motion that I was talking about earlier with the rubber, the false chain. There again, not condone to, you know, touch anybody with it. This one, just due to everything going on, the expanded sound with the amplifier and the motor that drives the belt and all that, the battery, everything. The battery pack's actually on a, you know, tactical bag. It's got, you know, it had to be wore around your waist or whatever for the actor. And it does have a small cord that runs around, but that's just because there's actually physically no way to put all that into this housing. But it spins. And it moves. And I don't know how it sounds on camera, but it's pretty loud. Intent for this is honks that have, you know, are inside. They can't have real chainsaws due to carbon monoxide. They can't have gas, you know, for fire or whatever reasons. This is a perfect alternative to an electric saw or a static saw with you know, no sound and no motion. All right, sticking with the saw theme, what we have here, this is something I think is really needed in the industry. This is just a standard old chainsaw that was blowed up. We took the motor out of it. It's nothing at all special about the carcass here. This is just a standard saw. What we've done and what makes this special is, in years past we made slip covers. It slipped on a, you know, it slid on a bar and they were foam and it made the saw look more aggressive and stuff like that. But what we've done now, this is actually a rubber blade that's casted to look and resemble, you know, a real chain. And it's a reinforced aluminum, it has a reinforced aluminum bar inside of it. And it'll pretty much work on any chainsaw. You drill, you know, it's got a hole drilled in it. certain saws the hole might need a washer or whatever, but it's aluminum bar coated in rubber, so it's safer. It's still not designed to make contact, but it makes a standard chainsaw really look great. As far as I've been to haunts where they didn't even have a bar on the end of the saw, and I'm sure that was for safety reasons. But this thing is rubber. I don't know if you can maybe get the camera. I mean, it's pretty soft. It's rigid enough with that aluminum armature in there that it's gonna be straight, but it's just a real dense rubber, and it looks good. That's the biggest thing. Most of the slip covers and stuff like that that's been on the market in years past, they just look kind of. They don't have a real sense of realism to it, and I think we've kind of hit the mark there. So this is our 2016 rubber chainsaw bar, and I'm not sure what we're gonna name it, but it'll be on the website, slaughterprops.com. All right, so what we're demonstrating here is our clown paint jobs. Basically, these are just standard props. We offer our standard stuff in a clown finish, which basically what you have is a UV reactive paint under black light. It'll pop and glow. We do charge a little extra for this. It's like a $15 upcharge, and that's just because the paint costs a little more, and we have to tape it up different and paint it up different, in steps, layers, and it's a little bit of a headache. I mean, we don't mind doing it. It's just we have to cover that. Also, we do this bullet smiley faces, the bullseyes, the whatever. We'll do custom paint, and that falls under that same category of the upcharges for clown, because you might want a smiley face, or you might want the target emblem with a bullseye, or you might want a saying. If your clown's name has a certain saying he says, we can do that. But most of the time the colors are like orange, green, and fluorescent pink. We have experience with some blues and stuff, but these are pretty much the three colors we use, standby day to day. And what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna cut some lights off so you guys can really just see how this pops, and show you that the UV paint reacts, how it reacts to the black light. Hopefully it shows up on camera. It's kind of tricky to do this and pull it off, but I think you get the message.
So Al, thank you very much for inviting me down to check out all your new props and stuff you got for 2016. Really appreciate the opportunity, and love everything that you've done this year. Yeah,
we appreciate you coming. Like I said, it's always fun when we get together and do these videos, and I'm sure there'll be outtake videos to prove it. But yeah, it's getting the point across and getting it out to the public. We appreciate the service you do, and we don't have time to do it, to be honest. So we just get you guys to come down and do it live and have a bunch of fun, and everybody wins.
That's right.
So appreciate you coming down.
Thanks, Al.
I guess this is it. See you guys at Transworld, booth 1314.
See ya.
See ya. Baker, wait.
What you got, Al?
I just realized something.
What's that?
We've done this whole video, and there has not been one Allen Hops reference made. We can't do a video without including Allen Hops.
What the hell?
I know what we do.
Let's do it.
Scooby-Doo ending.
Oh yeah.
It's YouTube Wednesday. Alright guys, we're back for YouTube Wednesday. And I went fishing in my kayak this morning, and I thought, what could I build when I got done? So I went by the dollar store in Harbor Freight, and I come up with something I think you guys will enjoy. So what you want to do is go to Lowe's or Home Depot and find you a rod. This is just a standard curtain rod. I don't remember. I think I picked this one up for $5. And this makes a solid foundation for your project. And first thing you want to do is get you some plastic. You don't necessarily need to buy it. Just use the bags. Use the bags that the stuff comes in. And what you want to do, you want to wrap it around real tight and get your heat gun. And first thing you need to do is make sure it works. Don't do this. I'm an idiot. Don't do this. But then when you wrap it around, heat it up, and get it good and hot. And if you're worried about it falling off, you take your glue gun and squirt some glue on it. And now we want to accessorize. I got this duck, you know, I'll put that on there. And I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and put it in the bucket. And we'll put some spray paint in. Put some spray paint in there, and a little bit of school glue. You gotta have school glue. This stuff's like 99 cents. And we want to make sure it don't fall apart. So I got some screws and some zip ties. We're gonna put that on there, and we'll put it in, and we want to make sure it's all stirred together really good. And we'll let it set about 45 minutes. So I'll be back in 45 minutes. Y'all stay tuned. Okay, so we're back. It's been about 45 minutes and we're not quite done, but we're gonna go ahead and add our saddle tan stain. This is really good stuff, tandy leather. And you wanna use, that might be a little too much. It's expensive. We don't wanna use too much. But we put a little bit of that in there. And that'll finish it off. We got about another 15-20 minutes and the prop will be done. Okay guys, we're back, and I'm gonna show you what we got when we got after the 45 minutes to an hour wait. We got a nice finished prop. And that's just how easy it is. You know, it's not hard. You can't make a mistake. You just need to work at it. Go make stuff.